Hi everyone, back here with another video. This time I am going to tie a paternoster rig. So this is like good for fishing, for snapper and that, gummy shark. All you need is 20-pound line or whatever you want, whatever you're fishing for. 2 hooks. I'm just using these, not bad ones. 2 Lumo beads if you want, and a swivel, and a pair of cutters, and to make things easier, a bowl of water to tie the knots, to make them like not tangle or whatever. So I'll show you how to tie it. So first you get a decent amount of line. You probably can't see that, but a fair bit of line. And then what you do, say like that much. Start here. If it's your first time tying a paternoster, you probably want a fair bit of line, and you just crease, if that will focus. Oh, you can see, you put a crease there, so it's like bent, and then you twist that way with one hand and that way with the other. So you'll start making twirls and you pull it up like this to make it nice and tight, and just start going. You want it like to however long you want. It might get a bit twisty in the line, so you just untwist it and you keep going. Alright everyone, just made those twirls. You can see there all those twists. It's not focusing for some reason, but you get the idea. Now what you do, so I'm pinching it like before it gets to this part. You pinch it with your left hand, sort of smoothing that out, and you twist like that to form a loop. And you want it fairly big, so it came undone, but so you just go like that, and then you get this twisted line, and you go under 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now once you've got the 6 times, you can let go, and this is sort of where you adjust the lengths. If you keep pulling that up to the top, it will make it shorter, and if you pull it down, it will make it longer. So I just want it like medium, and this is the part where I'll show you where you want to wet this. So you just dunk that in there. It's lubricated, and just slowly, to prevent like you're not going evenly, you pull that nice and tight. You can cinch it down a little, if you can see that. Pull it really tight. You can do this with gloves you don't want to hurt your fingers. You can tug it in each side. That's pretty good like that. If it can focus. Can't focus, but yeah, it's a nice little knot, and it leaves that nice sort of twisted bit, you know, and that's where you put your hook on. So that is it for that step. And now you grab these 2 ends right here like that, and you want to push them together till they overlap, and create that little loop on the, so you go like this, put your 2 fingers in there, hold it, and then it kind of makes another loop at the top. So you go like that, and then just grab this line and start going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 twists. You can slow down that step if you didn't fully catch it, or if I went too fast. Then you grab this bit that we tied earlier and feed it through that little loop that you are making. So like that. This bit got in the way a little, so you just want it sort of out of the way, and that goes like that. All good. Now you pull that through that little loop, that little knot you tied earlier, and then you sort of cinch it a little bit and pull it out all, and you want it to keep pulling it, so this little knot is snug up against here, because if you pull it out like that, you'll leave like a loose bit. So you just, and this is where you also want to lubricate it, because otherwise it might snap with the heat or twist in ways that you don't want it to. And then slowly, to prevent any tangles, it'll cinch down real nice, as you can see there. And that's just going to keep your bait nice and away from this main line. Give it a few tugs, and that's it for your first paternoster. So now you just go like that to measure it, so they don't, make sure the next one you tie doesn't touch, and you leave probably that much, because that's probably how much it's going to take up to tie. It doesn't really matter if it touches, but it's probably better if it doesn't. And this time I'm going to be a lot quicker, because I showed you. Actually, first I'm going to measure that, so roughly like the table up to the scissors, and probably that much apart. Oh yeah, where I started. Okay, like that. And if it doesn't make a good loop, sometimes like that, you just neaten it up a little, make them together, and then it'll just form a nice loop. Also, water. Yeah, same way. Doesn't have to be same way, but it's unique. The second one finished. Halfway. Let's get a little bit done. You can see. Cinch down. All nice and neat. Sometimes it won't become neat, like it might poke out a little bit on this knot, but it won't pack together nicely. But that doesn't matter, as long as it pokes out, it'll be fine. As you can see, these two, that one there and that one, won't touch. It's probably the perfect length. There was a little gap in the middle, and then you just trim it to your liking. So I'm just gonna go here a little bit more for the sinker or the swivel. You don't need this line anymore. Now the easy part, you just choose which side you want to put the swivel on. So I'm going to put it up here. Again, I prefer like a bit longer so the hook doesn't catch in the swivel. If there's like a current where you're fishing, and it'll tangle even worse. So just get that. This is another knot that I like. So you put it through like this, and you put it through again, and you sort of pinch this little loop like that. Pull about probably that much, and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Depends how thick the line is too. If it's like 60 or 80 pound, you do like 3 twists to prevent tangles, and it'll just be a lot better. The lighter the line, the more twists. You just pop it through there, those 2 loops, and wet it a little, and there you go. Strongest knot, yeah, in my opinion. Cut it right there, it's all good. And just to put the Luma beads, one there, and the hook. Slide it on. I'm not sure exactly, but like to put it through there or this way. But comment below if you like prefer and why. But I think I mainly do it through the front. Anyways, so you just go like that. And you want it to be like over and looking like that, not on the actual shaft of the hook. And you could use this just to really tighten it down so it stays like that. And you slide the Luma bead down like so, and you can just put it over the knot so it's all neat. Looks pretty nice, and you just do the same. So I'll just do that now. Just nice and tight to make it stay, and there you go. And I'll show you how to tie a loop for the sinker, so you can like interchange it. So you choose about that much, and then you just want to do it under the hook. So you trim it there, put that line away, and so you get the line, the end, and you put it to make a temporary loop, and then you pinch the 2 ends, or the one end, so you're left with this loop, and you just, with that loop, make a little granny knot like so. It's a nice knot, because you don't want to tie a really tight one, otherwise you might lose the whole rig, and this is the weakest point. So you just tie that down. Nice loop. You can interchange sinkers and everything like that. Trim that tag, and there you have it, a fully tied rig. I'll show you it upright if I can. But here's the finished product. You can see there, and the the knot is tied in a way that it won't like wrap around the main line. It looks pretty neat. It's a good rig, and I hope you enjoyed this video or found it useful. See you in the next one.